Okay, so welcome to this month's monthly, should I say, tune in, Akashic Tune In live, or you might be watching the replays, all perfect. And this is to support you with your Akashic record practice, to connect you with that etheric realm, your soul records, to support you with building confidence with that connection, also building up the relationship with your Akashic record keepers, and any other guides actually that we bring into that particular space. Because we do bring in angels, we do bring in goddess energies, we do bring in ascended masters from time to time, and guardian angels and inner child and shadow. So there are lots of different types of beings that you can bring into your Akashic records. It doesn't have to just be your Akashic record keepers. So that's just something for you to have bear in mind when you are perhaps doing stuff for yourself. So I wanted this to be something exciting, something that's going to support you stepping into your next chapter. At the time of recording this is at the end of 2024. So it's about, stepping into 2025. However, you can do this at any time, time doesn't exist in the fifth dimension and beyond. So, time and space, well, it's just not a thing. It's just something that we experience here. So it's really interesting because I tuned in with my guides and they were like, it has to be this card. So I'm always like, in the last kind of 18 months, I've used my cards, the Akashic Oracle Card Deck, which is a modality in a box. And it comes with a masterclass and a key to help you not just read the cards, but to actually activate Akashic healing, which I show you how to do. And it's the last card of the deck. Of course it is, because we are closing down one chapter, whenever that might be for you, to step into the next chapter. And the last card of the deck is freedom and adventure. So this is what we're going to be really focusing on in terms of what we are going to activate for healing and to invite more freedom in our 2025, or whenever you're watching this. Who do you need to become to allow yourself to have more freedom and adventure? So let me read the card description, and then I've done a little channeled message as well, just to kind of give us a bit of insight in terms of what we're actually going to do, and then we're going to just dive in and get in there. Okay, so this is referring to our Akashic guides nudging us to review where we can create more freedom and adventure in our life. Experiencing freedom and adventure is one of the most exhilarating and thrilling parts of the soul's journey, one that creates fulfillment. Yet it's usually hard to encounter due to the perceived responsibilities and expectations, the shoulds and the have-tos that we trap ourselves in. When was the last time that you truly felt free, or that you went on an adventure? Adventures do not need to be long or grand. Adventures can be found in the smallest ways, from learning something new, reading a book, tasting new foods, or visiting an unknown local location. Connect with your Akashic records today to release any perceived burdens you feel you carry and cords to those that you feel restricted by. And the overview, because in this particular booklet, I have an overview, I have the main Akashic wisdom, and then I have an alignment mantra at the bottom. So identifying the need to go on an adventure and be expansive and free. And your alignment mantra, oh, actually, I didn't read the full thing. Hang on, bear with me. So the full Akashic wisdom, I've just missed a little bit off the end. Take your power back and allow the energies of freedom and adventure to guide you on your next steps, which is what we're going to be doing. So the Akashic alignment is, I appreciate freedom and adventure is a natural state of being. I appreciate freedom and adventure is a natural state of being. It absolutely is. However, we can trap ourselves. So what we're going to be looking at is letting go of the shoulds and have to. So as I'm kind of talking now, we're just going to ask for any shoulds and have tos, anything that is like really glaringly obvious in your life as a should and a have to, just to come to the surface of your energy, come to the mind, surface of the mind. Maybe it's a feeling. And we're going to just help to release that in the actual journey. So letting go of the shoulds, the have tos, the responsibilities and duties. Let go physically. So this can be potentially what we do from today. It might be that you decide, actually, I can change my schedule slightly, and I don't have to do that thing on a Tuesday evening. even though I believe that I need to, actually, I can now see it from a different perspective, or I have a bit more courage and confidence, and I can actually change that schedule. So these are the tiniest ways that things could, change and shift after doing this session. It might be that you change your mindset around that obligation or that duty, and actually you see it in a new light. And that's where the freedom and the adventure comes from, where the release of the should and the have to is, because you are actually now seeing it in a completely different way. So it might be that you don't actually stop doing the thing that you feel is an obligation, duty, should, or have to. It might be you see it in a different way that gives the release as well. So tune into what freedom is for you. So that's also something that I just want you to tap into. What does freedom mean for me? Does it feel safe in the body when you think of freedom? Or is it being linked to your current circumstance, and is it kind of forming part of your identity? Because when we're letting go of old parts of our identity that connect to the shoulds and the have tos, there's going to be some resistance around that, because it forms part of our identity. And we don't know who we can become, what that would look like. And of course, our ego and our body wants safety. So there's a real resistance, there's a reluctance to step into freedom and adventure or change because of what that might mean, what we might lose. And part of that loss is part of the identity, but that identity is outdated. So it's ready to be released. So whatever is coming to your mind, whatever this is bringing up as I'm speaking, it's ready to be released, and there's nothing to fear around that. So it's time to let go of the old parts of you that are clinging onto the old, despite you not being fulfilled, excited, or content. So, we're very good at giving ourselves excuses of why we can't let go of certain things. We're really good at making these stories. Despite us feeling unhappy, feeling depressed, feeling tired, feeling drained, it's like, but I've got to just keep on doing this because I don't know any different. Or I'm scared. And we may not admit that, but there is going to be fear behind that. So we're going to cut cords with those parts of us. We're going to release those beliefs and illusions that this is the way it has to be for me, or what other excuse that we're creating, the story that we're creating. Dissolving any agreements that keep us in an energetic loop karmically. And we're going to replace this with real, beautiful frequencies of codes around hope, self-belief, confidence, new potential for what is to come, because this is about freedom and adventure. Let me just sort out the lights. So you can see that there's a real expansiveness, there's this real freedom, and it's like, I don't quite know where I'm going, but I'm here for the journey. I'm here to do it. I'm just kind of going to go see where life takes me, see where this next half an hour takes me, or this choice or this decision takes me. And I'm going to be open for it. I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to have this self-belief. I'm going to have this confidence that wherever I need to go next, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be aligned. And there's that sense of excitement, joy, happiness. So we're also going to do an activation of divine light and those codes to unlock what is ready to support us in moving forward. So that's basically what we're going to do. And I know I've spent a little bit of time just explaining and giving a bit of groundwork on this particular session, on this journey. But I think it's important for you to just think about, what does freedom mean for you? What are the have-tos and shoulds that you would like to let go of? And are you ready to let go of them? Because there will be the part of you that feels safe, feels comfort in that, even though it's a struggle, it's a challenge. It's kind of like, it's what's that saying? Better the devil you know, something along those lines. Anyway, it's so, that's where the resistance comes in. But we are releasing that resistance. We're going to step into freedom and adventure and just see where it takes us on this next chapter. For those that are watching around this time, that's for 2025. If you're watching this at a later time, it's just for this next step, next chapter, next part of your story that you are writing in your Akashic Records, which is why we use the Akashic Records, because it is the number one, in my opinion, editing tool that you have, empowerment editing tool that you have available to create a new reality, to write a new story. Okay, so Let me just say a few hellos. Hi, Paula. Hi, Marita. Hi, Emma, Adele, Joan. I'm not sure if you're still here. Hi, Cara. It's good to see you all here. Amazing. Right, let's get cracking. Let's get our parachutes on and let's just see where we go. I don't think we're actually putting on a parachute, but who knows when I get into channel. But we are going into the Akashic Records. So think about your freedom and what that means to you, how that would elevate your experience, elevate your life, expand, evolve, give you happiness, bring you happiness. It doesn't even give or bring you. I'm going to rephrase that. It's going to allow you to tap into your own happiness. Your happiness is within you. It's already there, but we get layered with a lot of stuff, and duty and obligation and have tos and shoulds are part of that layering. And that's what we want to break down. That's what we want to dissolve. So you can connect in with, what is that freedom? What is that adventure for me? Oh, I'm feeling all expansive and tingly. Okay, so palms facing upwards. And when you're ready, I'd like you to close your eyes. And then take a big deep breath in for me. And as you take that big deep breath in, you're going to call back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. Breathe in this beautiful golden soul light, your soul light, deep into your chest. And on the out breath, releasing any fears, any burdens that you're still carrying from all lifetimes, burdens that you're carrying for other people. We're just releasing those, asking for those to be released back into divine source energy, into the light. And then again, take another big deep breath in, calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. Breathe in your beautiful golden soul light deep into your chest, into the heart chakra, asking for the heart chakra to expand just a little bit more, to take on more of this soul light. And on the out breath, releasing anything stuck in the auric field, anything from the collective, any projections, illusions, limiting beliefs, fear. Releasing it all back to divine source energy, back to the light, asking for the light to cleanse and clear our auric field, bringing it back to our natural, divine soul blueprint. And then one more time, take a big deep breath in. Calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. Breathing that beautiful golden soul light deep into the chest. And on the out breath, just allowing the physical body to relax. Feeling the shoulders just dropping. Feeling the sitting bones on the chair. Your feet connected to the floor. Backs of the hands on the tops of the thighs. This very open, receptive state. And asking for the relaxation of the body to continue with every out breath, releasing all that doesn't serve or support you. And on the in breath, inhaling, taking in the frequencies and the coding of freedom and adventure. And asking for the body elemental to continue that cycle of breath, knowing exactly what is now needed as you sink more and more into the chair, allowing yourself to let go. Bringing your awareness to your feet. Just imagine your thick, strong silver roots coming from the soles of your feet and making their way down into the deep, rich, nutritious soil. Going deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. And your silver roots know exactly where they need to go. Down towards the heart of Mother Earth. And Mother Earth's heart is represented by a beautiful, large, glistening crystal. Sense, feel, know, or imagine whatever kind of crystal has presented itself today. And wrap your silver roots around her heart. And as you do, there's a click, there's an unlocking, there's a further expansion within your own heart space. As the frequencies of unconditional love, groundedness, earthedness. Start to move through the silver roots all the way up to your heart. Allow yourself to receive her nourishing energy, her love, her peace, her calmness, knowing that you are worthy to receive that love, knowing that you do not need to do or be anything, just receive. And that crystalline energy, that color, whatever the crystal was that presented itself, that frequency, that light moves through the physical body, from head to toe, through all of the chakras, the meridians, the nadis, moving through all of the cells and the atoms, the bones, the blood, out into the skin, out into your auric field. And you are now held in a beautiful crystalline ball of light, holding the frequencies of unconditional love, releasing and dissolving anything that doesn't sit with that frequency. It's been dissolved. It's been alchemized. Allowing the crystalline energy from the heart of Mother Earth now to move through the crown chakra and connecting with the etheric chakras above your head. And that continues to move its way out into the room, all around you, cleansing and clearing all lower astral energy, entity, grey field, spirit, all being alchemized, neutralized, released back to source. We now call in your team in spirit, your guides, beings of 100% pure love and light only, to step into this space. Ask them for your guides to step closer. As the 6 archangels also now step into this space, with Archangel Michael stepping in behind you, Archangel Gabriel to your left, Archangel Raphael to your right. We invite Archangel Uriel to take a space in front of you. Archangel Sandalphon, please bring up the crystalline grid of the earth, connected to Middle Earth, Telos, and all of the beautiful Lemurian beings, the elemental energies that reside there, making sure that we're connected with our feet on that fiery white silvery grid of light. Just imagine yourself stepping onto that grid. And then Archangel Metatron brings down the Christ conscious grid of light above your head, a golden fiery white grid of light, down through your etheric chakras above your head, connecting and activating all of those. Archangel Metatron places that grid of light gently on the top of the head. And that golden fiery white energy moves down through the body, activating, unlocking, realigning all aspects of your multidimensional being, really feeling that connection to divine source, opening you up to receive this light as it moves from the top of the head all the way down to your feet. All of your cells, your atoms, all aspects of your physical body take on this golden light, and you start to glow in this beautiful energy. As that golden light moves through the skin and out into your auric field, you are now held in a golden bubble of light. As Archangel Metatron connects in with the other archangels and takes a space above your head. That final layer of light is that angelic white sphere of light that you are now held in. You are held above and below, settled, filled with love and divine source light. Now bring your awareness to your third eye, your point between your eyebrows, and I want you to start to imagine, sense, feel, or know that there is a purple portal of light there. And that portal of light gets bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. And it gets so big you step through the portal of light. And you start to walk towards a large door. This is a beautiful door that leads you into your own Akashic Records. the space where all of your soul's wisdom resides. Once you get to that door, I want you to notice your details, your full name, your date of birth, your place of birth. Once you can see, sense, feel, know, or imagine those details there, place your hand upon the door handle and open the door to your Akashic Records. Step into your cosmic library. And as you take a few more steps forward, the door shuts gently behind you. And just take a moment, take a breath, breathe in here. And on the out breath, just allow yourself to relax in this space, knowing that you have come home to all of your soul's knowledge, wisdom, and mastery, held within the pages of all of these books that are all around you, accessible at all times whenever you choose. Whenever you have that inspiration to understand more about your journey, to activate healing, perhaps, unlock gifts that you are not using. As you stand within your library, your Akashic record keepers step in beside you. And they greet you with a beautiful big smile. Say hello to your Akashic record keepers in any way that feels appropriate. This could be a hug, it might be just a little nod of the head. And your Akashic record keepers know that you are here to release those have-tos, those shoulds, those obligations and duties that are no longer serving you. You've perhaps taken on a habit of sorts, a story that is wrapped up in old identity, that is limiting you, it confines you. And your soul is here to experience more adventure, more freedom. And that's okay. We do this at a pace that feels good for us. Our Akashic record keepers, our soul knows this. But from time to time, we can get wrapped in the old identity. We can be limited by the coding that we have taken on. Perhaps the beliefs and the illusions that we have bought into. And there perhaps are agreements from past lifetimes of old, even ancestral agreements that are still impacting us and keeping us in this current state, this current situation, this current experience. So your guides hand you 3 books. And each one represents a different type of block that is impacting your freedom, impacting this sense of wanting adventure, allowing yourself to have more adventure, feeling safe with freedom and adventure. These particular blocks are impacting your self-belief, your confidence. Even being inspired or motivated to look at potential of change, of expansion, of evolvement. And so looking at the top book in this pile of books that you have been handed, the 3 books that you have been given, you'll notice, sense, feel, or imagine that the word vows and contracts appears on the top of that book. And with your permission and with your acknowledgement, you ask for your guides to take that top book. And as your guides take that top book, there are pages that start to leave that book. All knowledge, all wisdom will be kept intact in your Akashic records, but all of the vows, the contracts, the promises, the oaths, the declarations that you've made willingly, known or unknown, are released from that lifetime and are released back to divine source light. As we ask for a portal of divine source energy to now open up above your head within your Akashic records, this beautiful golden intense beam of light opens up above your head, and those pages, those oaths, those vows, those contracts, all of them are dissolved instantly in that light. Anything that has been keeping you stuck in a cycle of karmic looping behavior, where you have agreed to be perhaps in suffering, in servitude, that doesn't promote freedom or adventure, has now been released. Your Akashic record keeper keeps that book and places it on a shelf just beside in your Akashic records. You now look down at the second book, and there we have the obligations, the duties, the cording that holds all of that energy. And these can be related or connected to people, experiences, situations, locations even. And they're all held all together from all timelines, all lifetimes, universes, and dimensions. This book represents all of the root causes there of cording that is keeping you tied into obligation, have tos and shoulds. Whatever the root cause is, wherever that root cause is located, we ask for a release of those cords with your permission. Ask for those cords to now be released. And as you hold that book, you will see that there's perhaps threads and tags and cording coming from that book and are trailing off into the Akashic records all around you, linking in with all of these different lifetimes. But with your permission, that golden source energy, that portal of light, now expands through the records, and it dissolves every single cord that you have given permission and are available to release. This is for your highest good, health, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. We ask for all of those cords now to be released and dissolved back to the light, to be alchemized, transformed, transmuted. Release, release, release. So where there is this feeling of obligation, duty, have to, should, for whatever reason that has had a cord connected to it, a hook, a thread, it has now been released. And that final book that you hold within your hands, just look down at the top of this book. And this has the word fear across it. The fear of creating change, the fear of stepping into freedom, the fear of having something more, experiencing more, knowing that you are enough to experience more, that you are deserving, you are worthy of having more freedom, adventure, abundance, whatever it might be. And we ask for all of these fears to now condense themselves into this book. And you may find that this book starts to become really heavy. It feels burdened. And with your permission, we ask for the fears of change, the fears of freedom, the fear of adventure, again, to be released from this book. And I want you to actually throw this book into the portal of light above your head. Again, for your highest good, health, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, we ask for all knowledge and wisdom to be kept intact in the Akashic records, but we are releasing the fears the root causes of those fears, those experiences, whatever they may be, to be released, released, released. And with these 3 particular blocks cleared, we have opened up our bandwidth, we've opened up our energy, our aura, our Akashic records even, to now receive an activation from divine source energy of confidence, self-belief, of abundance, and allowing ourselves to feel this potential of what can come, but knowing we are worthy of that, knowing that we have everything we need to experience that. And that divine source energy, that light from the portal above your head, now fills all of your Akashic records. It fills every aspect of your multidimensional being. And we ask for self-confidence, self-belief, hope, and potential to be amplified now, feeling this intense light as your codes, anything that's dormant, laid within your Akashic records or within your multidimensional being, is now being activated. It's being unlocked, it's being enlarged, enhanced. Divine source energy and light, bringing in these frequencies of self-confidence. Feel that self-confidence go wherever it needs to go within your chakras, perhaps into the solar plexus, maybe into the third eye, into the heart. Self-belief, where do you need that self-belief? Allow yourself to receive an activation of self-belief, amplifying, elevating it to the maximum level possible for you. And where do you need hope? Where do you need that potential of believing in that potential that you can step into your freedom and adventure? Divine source light and energy moves through all of your multidimensional being, all layers, all conscious, mental, body, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Gently activating, unlocking, and amplifying the energy. This golden, intense light, it's a shower of energy. It moves through the body. Just allow yourself to receive and breathe in this light. Breathe it deep into your heart as it merges within your soul light. And your body elemental is taking on this activation so it can support you. It can help with motivation. It can help you move through the resistance. And connecting in with that freedom. Why is it important? Why do you want freedom? And just allowing that to be imprinted, whatever comes to your mind, maybe even whatever you want to speak out loud. We're asking for that to be installed as a success anchor into your present lifetime book so it can continue to support you moving forward, to stay connected, to stay in alignment, to stay motivated. Whatever it is that you need, the success anchor helps you to stay the course. So why is your freedom important? Why is this expansion, this adventure important to you? And as you say that, you think that, it gets imprinted into your present lifetime book. And we ask for that to be the anchor of your success, asking for your guides, all aspects of your multidimensional being, all of your spirit team to help anchor that in. It is done. It is done. It is done. And then that golden portal of light starts to close above your head. And just notice how you are feeling. Do you feel lighter, more expansive, maybe just more hopeful for your next chapter, knowing that you have the power to experience the change and the transformation, the reality that you wish to experience, live, be. We thank our guides for their beautiful support today, our Akashic Record keepers for holding the space and bringing forward those blocks, those limitations, those constraints. Say goodbye to your guides in any way that feels appropriate. Head towards the door of your Akashic Records. And when you're ready, open the door. Step through the doorway. And out loud or in your mind, I want you to say, I now close my Akashic Records. Head towards the purple portal of light. And when you're ready, step through it. And start to bring yourself back into the room. Have a stretch. Have a drink of water. And what I would recommend, if you feel drawn to, is to maybe have a little write down what came up. If you are a regular participant of these journeys, as I say, my YouTube channel has more than 100. I would recommend you getting an Akashic Record journal. This could be something like a little treat that you get yourself for Christmas, or ask somebody to get it. And the reason that I'm asking you to consider this is that when we evidence our journeys, our kind of like experiences in our Akashic Records, what we like feel, what we see, what we know, perhaps because I'm not a seer, I'm a knower. And what we notice shift over the next few days, over the next few weeks, after doing this particular type of work, our ego can see the progress. And it's like we're giving ourselves a little pat on the back because we can see where things are not triggering us much. We have more energy. We can see things from a different viewpoint. We have more sense of peace, or maybe more confidence. We've noticed that our money, our clients are flowing to us in a much more easier way. It doesn't feel as hard or challenged. But without noticing that progress, or noting that progress down, we actually don't realize how much we actually can collapse time and space by using the Akashic Records and actually seeing the shifts, the changes, and the transformation. It is incredible when we actually note it down. So that's just a little suggestion that you may want to explore. Make sure you drink lots of water over the next 24 hours, because you're going to physically flush your system by doing that. And what that means is that you're continuing to release the negative energy. Your higher self and guides are going to manage this process. You haven't got to do anything other than just notice your energy, drink lots of water, and that just helps flush the physical body as well. The healing will integrate over the next 24 hours. It may integrate a little bit longer. If you've got any questions or anything you're not sure about, please do let me know in the comments, or reach out to me privately. If there's things that are personal that you would like to share, it's all perfect. I am very much available, and do have lots of beautiful conversations offline with members of my community and my clients. Okay, so love and blessings. I really do hope that has helped support you. There was quite a lot of strong energy that was channeled in there, so really do take it easy, and you may need to go and ground a little bit after this session as well. So let me know what came up for you. I'd love to hear, and any questions, let me know. And of course, if you want to get your own modality in a box, physical way of using the Akashic Records, but also not just to read the records, but also to activate healing, get yourself a deck, gift somebody else a deck as well. Okay, so love and blessings, and I'll speak to you soon.